want to thank everybody for coming out. Once again, we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In the name of His only begotten Son, Jesus the Christ, who's the Yeshua HaMashiach. Can't hear it. Mic check. It's better like that. Like this. Can you hear it like that? Yeah, we just gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. Again, we give all honor, all praise, all glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We want to go and get started with the lesson. We're gonna finish out part one of a 5-part series dealing with the mind, the outer cup versus the inward man. Like I said last week, just to get a refresher. I came across these lessons when I first came into the truth, and they really helped me understand the spiritual aspect of the law, which is what the Most High is really focused on. And I think, these lessons will really help us, understand, like I said, the spiritual aspect of the law, and not so much as the letter of the law. You see what I'm saying? It's deeper than just the letter of the law. So yeah, this first one was the inner cup versus the outer cup versus the inward man. And we're going to go ahead and finish this lesson out. And then we're going to get into part two. The light of the body is the eye, the pineal gland. All right. So last week we stopped at Isaiah chapter 1. So we're going to pick up from there, Isaiah chapter 1. And we're going to read 1 through 5. And then we're going to do some skipping. All right, so we're going to go to Isaiah. We're going to start off with Isaiah chapter 1. And we're going to read 1 through 5. Remember, we're doing the outer cup versus the inward man, right? It's important to clean up your inward cup, right? And your outward cup will follow. All right? So Isaiah chapter 1, we're going to read 1 through 5. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham and Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah.
Okay.
Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for Yah has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Okay. How have we rebelled? Go ahead.
The ox knoweth his owner,
okay,
and the donkey his master crib.
Real quick, you see how he likened us to two of the dumbest animals in the animal kingdom. If you notice that. All right, go ahead.
But Israel do not know. My people doth not consider.
See, we don't even consider, who our master is, right? Go ahead.
Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yah. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are gone away back.
Okay, remember this. He was talking to Israel. They didn't eat pork and shrimp, and they didn't celebrate Christmas and Easter. So what was they doing that went backwards? That had them going backwards, right? Go ahead, continue.
Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Why should I keep punishing you? Why should I chastise you? Go ahead.
Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint.
Why should I continue to chastise you, and you're going to keep on revolting? You're going to keep on being rebellious. He says your heart is faint. Your inner man or your soul is faint. See that? Go ahead, continue. Skip down to verse 11 and do 11 through 17.
To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me?
Okay.
Saith Yah. I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts.
Okay.
And I delight not in blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats.
See, what he's saying is he didn't even teach us to or bring us to do sacrifices. He just wanted us to be obedient. You see what I'm saying? Had we been obedient, we wouldn't even have to be doing this. That's what he's telling us. Go ahead.
When ye come to appear before me, who hath required this at your hand? to tread my courts.
Okay, and when we do come, when we do, bring our sacrifices for repent, he like, why you coming to me? Because you're not even sincere with it. Basically, is what he's saying. Go ahead.
Bring no more vain oblations, incense as is an abomination unto me.
Okay.
The new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies,
Okay.
I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting.
You see that? Go ahead, bro.
I was just about to stop you right there. Explain that right there.
What that's what I'm about to do. What he's saying is, we coming to these Sabbaths, we coming to these meetings, we coming to our, feast days, but our minds ain't right. That's what he's saying. That's why it's vain, right? You coming to praise the Lord, right? But you got ought against your sister. You don't like sister such and such. You praising the Lord, but you really got envy against brother because he up there teaching. You see what I'm saying? That's why he's saying, I don't want your gifts. Go fix that, what you got against your brother, and then come and offer me gifts. That's a vain oblation. Oblation is just gifts, another word for gifts. So he don't want our vain gifts, right? Go ahead, continue.
Your new moons and your appointed feasts my soul hated.
See that?
They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them.
Mm-hmm.
And when ye spread forth your hands, I will hide my eyes from you.
When we spread forth our hands to pray, ain't that what we do? We spread forth our hands to pray. He said he ain't even hearing that. Because you praying, we praying to him, but we got other ulterior motives in our minds, man. Our minds aren't pure. Right? Go ahead, continue.
Yea, when ye make many prayers, I will not hear.
See that?
Your hands are full of blood.
How are our hands full of blood? Because we murdering our brothers and our sisters with our mouths. You see what I'm saying?
I just told Brother Chris when we had our little meeting.
Yeah.
Not the one at your house, but when we had the
Right.
I said, bro, I don't want to be around nobody that got blood on their hands, or they can hold their head high, they know they ain't did nothing.
Yeah.
I don't need to be around nobody like that.
Right. Because he's telling us we all got blood on our hands, man. We are all guilty of this.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Go ahead, continue.
Wash you, make you clean.
Okay.
Put away the evil of your doings from before my eyes.
Okay.
Cease to do evil.
There you go.
Learn to do
See,
well.
we gotta learn to do well. See, out of the womb, we know how to be evil. We know how to gossip. We know how to tell bear. We know how to, backbite. We gotta learn how to do good, man. And that's how we gonna learn how to do good, by getting into this Torah. This Torah is what's gonna teach you to do good. Go ahead, bro.
Seek judgment.
Uh-huh.
Relieve the oppressed.
Okay.
Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow.
There you go. All right. So let's keep it moving.
Hold on for 1 second.
Go ahead.
This is powerful right here.
Go ahead.
Because if you go back to all the way back to when he teach you about fasting,
Mm-hmm.
and go back to the natural things that why do y'all abstain from meats?
Mm-hmm.
When the real job is to be out here relieving the poor and oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same thing he called true religion.
Yes.
It's the same thing he said,
Yes.
when you did it to me, when you did it for the least, you did it to me.
Yes.
And these was the people who inherit the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
The people who practice this.
Yep.
Not the coming to the Shabbat, not the teaching of the law,
Mhm.
not none of this. The people who went out there and helped these other people, these oppressed poor people, these fatherless children, this is the work. This is the work.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, we was just talking about this in the car before we got here.
That's true religion.
Things that you got just brought out. We was discussing. I was telling her about the feast days and the Shabbat and everything. And I told her I come for fellowship, You know what I mean? After I read this right here, I was like, okay. So my standpoint on this is, for me to come around, I'm coming, only for the fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
Because after I read that, it kind of, I don't know, it placed something in my heart, my mind. You know what I mean? We ain't always right.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna be until you put us in our land, our right state of mind. You know what I mean? So moving forward, that just helped me myself. You know what I'm saying? To know when I come around, it's for the fellowship, it's for the, my brother's keeper, it's for the show love to my brother, to my sister.
We constantly got to do a self-check, man. Constantly. Because you got to think of this, man. Our people, when they was in the land, they kept the feast days. They supposedly called him by his name. They were saying the language, but they got kicked out of the land. See that? So, and this next scripture really point that out. Let's go to Romans chapter 2. Romans chapter 2. We can really close the book right here on this. You know, we get a little bit more edification. But this right here tell you right here, man. Romans chapter 2. We're going to do 28 through 29. Romans chapter 2, verse 28 through 29. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly.
See that?
Neither is that circumcision, which is outward in flesh.
See that? So just because you hollering about I'm a Hebrew Israelite, that don't make you a Hebrew Israelite. Brothers, just because we got the covenant cut into our flesh, that don't make us a Hebrew Israelite. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But he is a Jew, which is one inward.
There you go.
And circumcision is that of the heart.
There you go.
In the spirit and not in the letter. Whose praise is not of men, but of Elohim.
And see that, and that's why he say, it's about the spirit and not the letter. Because when you're doing the letter of the law, you get praise from men. Men see that. But when you in the spirit of the law, only the Most High sees that. Like I'm sitting right here next to my bro, I see what he doing, but I don't know what's going on in my bro head. Only he know. See what I'm saying? Same, vice versa. That's why he say we got to do this in spirit, because when you do it in spirit, then he glorifies you. You see what I'm saying? That's why he say your righteousness got to exceed that of the Pharisees, because they was doing it to be praised by men, and we gonna go look at that. Let's go, Matthew 23. Matthew 23. This is why we got to worship him in spirit, because that's when he glorifies you. That's when he sees it. Right? Because he know your intent of why you doing it. Let's do Matthew 23. And we're gonna do 1 through 7. Look at how these Pharisees did it for show. Right? To be praised by men. 23, 1 through 7, yep. It's on your paper too, Kev. Right. 23, 1 through 7. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Then spake Yeshua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
Okay.
But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
See, they were hypocrites. They say, but they do not. That's a hypocrite. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, continue.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
Okay.
But all their works they do for to be seen of men.
See that?
They make broad their phylacteries. What's that?
Phylacteries.
And enlarge the borders of their garments.
They're into their clothes, basically, is what they're saying. What Matthew was telling us. They into the fringes. The phylacteries, the borders of their garments, they make those big so people can see them. You see what I'm saying? They outer cut brews, these scribes and Pharisees. They want people to say, look at his fringes is cold. That's what they was on. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
And love the uppermost rooms at feasts.
See that?
And the chief seats in the synagogues. And greetings in the markets, and to be called of man, Rabbi.
See, they was doing that to be praised of men, like when they out and about. Rabbi. That's what they doing it for. You see what I'm saying? That's why they want to be in the synagogues and want to be preaching and teaching. Say, hey, Rabbi, how you doing? That's what they doing it for. And he telling us that's not what we are to get in this for, to be praised by men. See that? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 31. Is that right? 31? Yep. We go to 31 through 33 to let you even know even more what this thing is really about. What we're coming into. Right? You're not going to have to look down at your friends no more to remind you of the law. Right? This thing is, everybody's going to be spirited in the future. When the Father kingdom comes down, everybody's going to be spirited. So how do we do the law then? When everybody is a spirit. Remember, the law is forever. You see what I'm saying? So we had Jeremiah chapter 31, and we're going to do 31 through 33. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Behold, the days come, saith Yah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Okay.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
Okay.
Which my covenant they break. Although I was a husband unto them, saith Yah.
So the covenant's not going to be like the covenant he did with our fathers, a fleshly covenant, basically. You know, that it's not going to be under that priesthood. It's not going to be under that order. Right? Go ahead, continue.
But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said Yah, I will put my law in their inward parts.
There you go.
And write them in their hearts.
There you go.
And will be their Elohim, and they shall be my people.
See that? He's going to write it in our hearts. And if you keep reading, you know, we not going to have to teach folk the law. It's already going to be in there. They're going to be like, I know, we know. We're going to be teaching the Gentiles. You see what I'm saying? And even in this kingdom, in the Father's kingdom, like I said, everybody's going to know. You know, in the Father's kingdom. Because you're not going to be able to have a spiritual body and not be with the law. See what I'm saying? So it's important that we start practicing it now. This is like the practice before we get to the game. You just don't go to the game and score 42 points. Nah, you practice first. You know, you take them shots in the gym. Get up them shots. That's what this is. We practicing now. You know?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna say I'm in the spirit, but I just told somebody this today.
Our praises, Hebrew.
I just didn't know the scripture was saying.
Our praises. The Ruach. I'm gonna tell you this, man. The Ruach has been working with this congregation since Pentecost. Since we all went to Pentecost that weekend, man. That was a spiritual level up.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? And our mission was to come back and level up the whole congregation. You see what I'm saying? That's why these lessons about the mind is coming forth. Because this is how we gonna level up. Getting on point with this spiritual thing and not this outer cup. You know? Where we at? Let's keep it moving. Hebrews chapter 4. Let's go to Hebrews. 4 is Hebrews. Chapter 4. And we're going to do one verse. To show you what it is you're dealing with when it comes to this book. When it comes to this word of God. This is what you're dealing with. Right? So it's important that you have your insides clean. Right? So we have Hebrews chapter 4, and we're going to do verse 12. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
For the word of Elohim is quick and powerful.
Quick meaning it can bring you to life. Excuse me. Quick meaning, you know, it can bring the dead to life. Okay.
And sharper than any two-edged sword.
Okay.
Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
And when you look at piercing up, it means just getting straight to the point, right? Of your soul and spirit. Go ahead.
And of the joints and marrow. And is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
See that? That's why it's important that you know what you're doing is in line with what you're thinking. Because that's what he gonna measure you by. Not because we coming to the Shabbat class. He's not measuring you on. Anybody can come to Shabbat class. Anybody can wrap their head up. You know, anybody can speak a word of the most. Anybody can prophesy. You know, but what's your intent?
Right. Anybody can worship with their lips.
Yeah, anybody can worship with your mouth. But what's your intent? Why are you doing this? That's what he gonna measure. The intent of your heart. The intent of your inner man. We're going to get into that in the next lesson, what exactly heart means and what these heart, light, eye means, right? We're going to get into that. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to, if I'm moving a little bit too fast, y'all let me know. It's just I want to get to that part 2. And we got a lot to go in that part 2. And I kind of want to get it done today. So if I'm going too fast, y'all just let me know. Where we at? Psalms 139. Psalms 139. And we're going to do, what we doing? 1 through 4. And then we're going to skip to 7 through 14. Or 7 through 13, I'm sorry. Psalms 139. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
O Yah, thou hast searched me and known me.
Okay.
Thou knowest my down sitting and my uprising.
Okay.
Thou understandest my thought afar off.
See that? He said, thou hast searched me. So the Most High has searched you, and he know you, right? He know your ups, he know your down, he know when you up, he know when you down. You see that? And even when your thoughts is afar off, not even on him, he know that. Right? So keep that in mind. Go ahead.
Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways.
See, he know everything you doing, everything we thinking about, everything you think he don't know, he knows everything. Go ahead.
For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Yah, thou knowest it all together.
Okay. Verse 7 to 14, 13.
Whither shall I go from thy spirit?
Okay.
Or whither shall I flee from my presence, presence?
So the psalmist is asking a question. He's saying, where can I go, you know, to be from thy spirit, or where can I go to flee from thy presence? That's a question. Go ahead.
If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there.
Okay.
If I make my bed in the grave, behold, thou art there.
Okay.
And if I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me.
Okay.
If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me.
Go ahead.
Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day.
Okay.
The darkness and the light are both alike to thee.
See that? So ain't nowhere we can hide. Nowhere. He say the darkness is like the light to him. If you go up in the heavens, he there. If you go in the grave, he there. Everywhere. He's everywhere. So it's important that we keep our heart clean. Go ahead.
For thou hast possessed my reins.
Thou hast possessed my thoughts. Go ahead.
Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb.
Go ahead. Oh, okay, that's it. See that? He said, thou hast possessed my thoughts, my reins. So your thoughts are in the possessions of the Most High. So he know everything you thinking. See that? That's why it's important, man. Outer cup versus the inward man. We got to kill that outward man, you know, and start focusing on this inward man, right? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Deuteronomy 23. I went here to show you this Deuteronomy 23 to show you how our Most High don't dwell in filth. And just like he didn't dwell in filth in the camps, you know, he's not going to dwell in your filthy mind. He's not going to allow his ruach to dwell in your filthy mind, right? So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 23, and we're going to do 13 through 14. See, this was a law, a carnal law, but what's the testimony within this law? See, like we said earlier, the law is going to go forever. It's going to be forever. So with this law, when we're spirit, how does this work? All right, so Deuteronomy chapter 23, and we're going to do 13 through 14. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
And thou shalt have a paddle upon thy weapon.
Okay.
And it shall be, when thou wilt ease thyself abroad,
okay,
thou shalt dig therewith.
Okay.
And shalt turn back and cover that which cometh from thee.
So what is he talking about? When we was in the camp, we didn't have bathrooms, toilets. So he's saying when you got to do number 1 and number 2, go outside the camp, take a paddle with you, dig a hole, right, and cover it back up when you done, right? Nah, you can't. Nah, this is why. Go ahead.
For Yah, thy Elohim, walketh in the midst of thy camp.
See that? He's walking in the midst of the camp, and he like, hey, I can't be walking around and step in boo-boo, and I got to go back up to the Father and report. Nah. Go ahead.
To deliver thee and to give up thy enemies before thee.
Okay.
Therefore shall thy camp be holy,
There you go.
that he see no unclean thing in thee, and turn away from
That
thee.
he'll do what?
Turn away from thee.
So that's what he gonna do with your mind. If just like in the camp, he seen boo-boo in the camp, oh, I'm out of here. I can't be around this. Same thing with your mind. He's not gonna dwell with you if we all filthy up there. He's gonna turn away. See that? That's why it's important that we gotta have our inside clean. Just like we had to have our camp holy and clean. Well, right now we're not dwelling in the camp. He's dealing with us individually now. Right? So we gotta have that clean. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to James. James chapter 1. James chapter 1. James chapter 1. And we're going to do 1 through 27. I think this is the scripture you were talking about earlier, bro. About pure religion.
Yeah, 22.
My fault. I said 1 through 27. My fault. 22 through 27. I'm sorry. Chapter 1, 20 through 27. And when you get it, go ahead, bro.
But be ye doers of the word,
Okay.
and not hearers only,
Right.
deceiving your own selves.
See that? Don't just be hearers thinking that, oh, okay, I'm hearing the word, I'm good. He said, if you on that, you deceiving your own self. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in the glass.
Go ahead.
For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
See that? When you on what you think is right. You see what I'm saying? When you on what you feel like is how it should be. Right? Go ahead.
But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty,
But whosoever look into Torah, go ahead.
and continue therein,
Okay.
he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed.
Okay.
If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue,
Bridleth not his tongue. That means not hold back your tongue. But why is that? Because everything that come off our tongue we ain't supposed to be saying. So we gotta bridle that, right, with the Torah that's in our heart. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
but deceiveth his own heart, this man religion is vain.
There you go.
Pure religion and undefiled before Elohim and the Father is this:
Go ahead.
to visit the fatherless,
Okay.
and the widows in their affliction,
Okay.
and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
So he didn't say pure religion and undefiled before Yah and the Father is this: to go to Sabbath class, to keep the Feast of Booths, to keep Passover. I'm just saying. That's not what he said. Because it's deeper than that. You know, it's way deeper than that. You know, it's a spiritual thing, man. We got to be conscious of our fathers, of the widows, right? Let's keep it moving. Matthew chapter 7. It's the spiritual of the law, not the letter of the law. Don't get me wrong. We got to keep the letter now, you know, but it's spiritual first. It's always spiritual first. He just bring it to the carnal so we can understand it. Because if he was to bring everything heavenly, it'll blow our minds. We wouldn't get it. Our brains can't compute that. This computer is not capable to compute heavenly things. You see what I'm saying? So he give it to us carnally. And he expects us to say, oh, that's what he means spiritually. When we look at it the carnal way. That's why we got to meditate on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Matthew chapter 7. And we're going to do 21 through 23. Go ahead, bro, when you get it.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven,
Okay.
but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Okay.
Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Okay.
And in thy name have cast out devils?
Okay.
And in thy name done many wonderful works?
What are you going to say?
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
And see, we always quick to put this on the Sunday Christian. But you got to think about this. When he was talking to these Israelites, they weren't going to church on Sunday. You see what I'm saying? Again, they wasn't eating unclean foods. You know? They wasn't keeping Christmas and Easter. And they didn't know nothing about none of that. Right? Exactly. That's what he was telling them. Yeah, y'all keeping the letter of the law to the beat. But y'all missing the spiritual aspect of it. Looking good.
So it's more as if you would see almost every Hebrew camp, all the Christians this, the Christians that.
Yeah.
No, you're supposed to be walking in the spirit. You're supposed to be setting these people free.
My God. Because when he say free the oppressed, that don't necessarily, can we really free the oppressed? No, he talking about giving this book. There you go. That's what he talking about, man. And that's what we supposed to be doing. You know, not talking down on them. Because think about it. We was just like that a few years ago. In the Most High's mind, we was just like that just ago.
I promise, man, the spirit is moving so this man.
Hey.
I was at work. For real, I was at work. And what you just said right there, like, we treat each other, the Hebrews, with respect. Love. And then some of Hebrews always got something to say about the other nations. And I'm like, look, whatever the Most High got going on with them, that's between him.
Yes.
We still supposed to show everybody the same.
And we're going to get into that in this next lesson.
Come on, man.
When he put this on you, what you supposed to be doing.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't be.
Yeah.
And I ain't no problem. I'm not perfect. You know
None of us are Hebrew. That's what we striving to be.
A lot on my plate that I need to get right.
Right.
So I don't got time to be worried about everything else somebody else doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Seek out thy own salvation with fear and trembling.
Straight up.
For real.
I ain't gonna treat nobody. I give every man respect.
That's right.
Every man respect.
For real.
You don't gotta earn respect with me. You gotta earn my trust, but not my respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Israel is laden with sin.
Straight up.
Our job is to go out there and set the captives free.
Straight up, man.
We got this word. It just said what he just read. Like his word cut through. It cut through and through. You see what I'm saying? It's our job to get out here and put that work in and stop being judgmental.
I promise
Real
that
talk.
irritates my soul.
Real talk.
When everybody act like they ain't never been on that side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, when we get,
Absolutely.
a lot of us sometimes when we get this knowledge and get this understanding,
Puff us up.
we get puffed up.
Boom.
We get a chest get out. I'm Hebrew. You can't tell me nothing. But really, you're not. You're not a Hebrew Israelite.
I mean,
You know?
just eating pork sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, right. You know?
Well, we gonna get to it, man. That
Pork. Yeah.
straight up, straight up. And he gonna tell us, man. Just because you saying that don't make you a Hebrew Israelite, man. He told Christ told the Pharisees, man. Yeah, y'all Abraham's seed, but y'all father the devil. Yeah, you might be a seed of Abraham, but you're not of Abraham. Abraham wouldn't try to kill me on the feast day. It's a feast day. Y'all trying to murder me. That's not Abraham. You know?
Bro, when you tell somebody, look, if it don't got anything to do with the Most High, I don't want to talk about it. Don't bring it to me.
Hey.
Oh, who you think you is? You Jesus?
Yeah, hey, that's hey.
You know what I mean?
We gotta stay in the spirit.
I don't want to talk about that.
We gotta stay in the spirit,
If it don't
man.
uplift the Most High, if it don't uplift me, what are we talking about?
For real.
What are we talking about?
We gotta watch what comes into our gates, into our eye gates, to our ear gates.
How can that benefit us?
You gotta watch that, man. For real. I tell my wife sometimes. My wife, I say, put a watchman at the door of my mouth and at the seat of my heart. You know what I'm saying?
And
For real.
sometimes you be so caught up with stuff that's going on. Like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when I be seeing gay stuff,
Yeah.
I mean it just irritates me so bad. I start talking to, and I'm like, man, you know what? That's between them and
Right.
that's
You
they-
gotta stay in the spirit all the time.
Because it irritates me. I'm like, look at this. You know what I mean? And then now I'm irritated. You know what I'm saying?
What you about to say, bro?
A lot of this things going on amongst the Israelites with this vegan diet or eating meats, whether it's lawful, clean, unclean, that's madness.
Uh-oh.
What we putting into ourselves from what we watch, what we listen to.
Mm-hmm.
This is a diet that we should be paying attention to. Especially if we saying we finna bring forth fruits of the spirit that somebody else can eat off of.
Preach, brother. Preach, brother.
You see what I'm saying? This is bigger than what they doing. That's nothing what they talking about.
A distraction.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
But like you say, when we came together in Memphis, it was level up time.
That was level up time.
And it's what? The coming of the Ruach.
Yep.
It's the coming of the Ruach, and we should be preparing our bodies for the Ruach to dwell inside of us.
Yep. Yep.
Because we have to feed God's sheep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's why I feel wholeheartedly that the Ruach put on me to bring this forth, because that's our mission, right? If we a congregation, right, it's our mission to bring others in here and to give them this word. And we're not going to be able to do that if we don't level up spiritually. We can't tell other people to walk in the spirit and we not walking in it. That's exactly what we read in the Pharisees. That's why our righteousness got to exceed that. We can't be hypocrites like them. You know, we really got to walk in the spirit.
If I don't walk in spirit and truth, I'm going to be a vegan and go to the lake of fire.
Yes. Yes.
Or I'm going to eat clean meats and go to the lake of fire. So
Yes.
the kingdom of heaven ain't about neither one of those.
Nope.
It's about peace and righteousness.
There you go.
We got to be walking in the spirit to attain that.
Our praises. And this next script is we can close the book on this next script. we could, hey, if anybody come at you and be like, hey, we need to be keeping a letter of the spirit, you come to John chapter, let's go to John chapter 4. John chapter 4, we're going to do 23 through 24. If there is any type of, conflict within yourself, whether or not we should be walking spirit first or, John chapter 4, we're going to do 23 through 24. John chapter 4, 23 through 24. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
But the hour cometh, and now is.
Real quick. John said the hour cometh. He said, and now is. So we in that hour. And why did he say that? Because the Messiah had came and did his sacrifice. So the priesthood's done changed now. We're no longer under urn, the veil ripped in half. So you can see straight into the holies of holies now. So we're no longer under that priesthood. The holies of holies now is your mind. I can't see into your holies of holies. You see what I'm saying? Only the high priest can. The Messiah. That's why he's saying the time is now. You see, my fault. The time is now. Right? Go ahead, bro.
But the hour cometh and is now, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
Okay.
For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
Why?
Yah is a spirit.
Okay.
And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
You see that? See, our God is a spirit. See, I know we've been taught, we've been created in the image of God. So when we look at ourselves, we say, okay, our God got a head, got 2 arms, leg, and nah. He did that so we can understand him. He said our God is a spirit. What is spirit? It's the rational thought process, your rational thought process. So our God is a thought process. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you got to worship him, in a thought process. Well, what's the process? Well, anytime you in a situation, you got to run it past Torah. That's how you come with the correct judgment. You see what I'm saying? When you come across something, it's our judgment say, I shouldn't do that. Thou shalt not steal. You come across, you see a female that don't really know, kind of dressed not appropriately. She come through. You see, thou shalt not fornicate. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That's the process of judgment and worshiping your Father in spirit. You see what I'm saying? So that was the end of that one, the outer cup versus the inward man. We gonna praises. Everybody got to understand it. Praises. Hope so. If not, just let us know. And we can answer the questions. But with this next one, part 2, we're gonna get a little bit deeper. right? We're going to get a little bit deeper. If you notice, say, we're going to deal with the light of the body is the eye or the pineal gland, right? Right? And if you know the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, about the chakras, you know, the eye.
It's so crazy because I've been on this for the past couple of weeks, that opening that third eye.
Yeah.
What I've been on. And I was like, this is crazy when she never really.
Right. Because it's meant to show you, sister, that they got it from here. They got it out the book about the chakras and the eye horns and, you know, your third eye. Well, I'm gonna say it like this: how the chakra, how the people bring out chakras? Yes, that's false. That's false. We're not supposed to become one with the universe or one. We are to become one with this book, and that's what this lesson is gonna bring out. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what the chakras and the eye horns tell you, that you're supposed to become one with the universe, right? But we got to remember this: the universe was created, right? So why would you want to become one with something that's created? Why not become one with the Creator? You see what I'm saying? And that's what he wants you to do. He wants you to become one with him. See, that's what Adam and Eve was being taught: how to become one with the Creator. Now they had a body, you know. It wasn't just this flesh that we got. Nah, it was a extraterrestrial body, so to speak, right? That's why they fell into this, right? But they were still being taught how to live forever. They were still being taught Torah, how to become one with the Creator. You see what I'm saying? But they sinned. You see what I'm saying? So the Creator was like, nah, since y'all mind ain't right, you can't eat from this tree of life and your mind's not right. Lest you learn to live forever and you are too unruly right now. That was Satan. You see what I'm saying? And that's what he's trying to prevent, having another Satan on his hand. Go ahead, bro.
Keep this in mind too, sis. All things was created for the glory of Yah.
Yes.
That's just the same way these people could take the rainbow.
There you go. Great point.
You see what I'm saying? And just hijack it for something that's
Great
evil.
point.
You see what I'm saying? All these things. So don't fear nothing.
Great point.
We learn, you feel me, like Abraham understood the stars.
Mm-hmm.
But how we get it today, astronomy, they'll switch it to astrology.
Right.
It ain't that reading the stars is bad, it's just we take things that's good.
We worship them.
Absolutely.
We worship them.
Absolutely. We take it somewhere we ain't supposed to go.
Right. We wake up and say, what does the constellation of Libra say for me to do today?
Mm-hmm.
That now you worshiping the constellation of Libra. That's not saying that there's no such thing as the constellation of Libra. He told Job, can you loosen the belt of Orion? So that let me know, okay, that there is a belt of Orion.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But Satan has took it and twisted it. That's why we got to get in this book, line upon line, precept upon precept, to see what is false and what's not. Like I said, all knowledge comes from the Most High. Go ahead, sis.
And I got to say, when you say that God is a spirit, so is the enemy a spirit too?
Yes.
Okay.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood.
And you a spirit too.
You are a spirit.
You just captured in the flesh.
Right.
You embodied this a prison.
Right. Right. A meat suit. Exactly. Your spirit has manifest into what we see. You see what I'm saying? He has manifest into what we can see. Straight up. Right. The evildoer, the accuser, he manifests into things that we can see and that we can do and we can touch. You see what I'm saying? We can think. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, everything is spiritual first.
So I'm gonna speak on something. I had this vision one night, and the father was telling me like how the Hebrews is down here teaching Jacob and Esau. He told me not to teach that. Jacob and Esau is a spiritual thing. It was the manner of this man and the manner of this man.
There you go.
One man was lawful, one man was not.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So we got to be careful because we can close the kingdom on other souls judging by appearance.
Matthew 23:13. Yes.
So you said people caught up in the black-white thing.
Yes, exactly, sis.
Okay.
You see what
That's
I'm
been
saying?
here.
So we're going to
Exactly.
get into them though, as he come out with these lessons. And the fruits of the Spirit, these things gonna be made manifest too.
Yes.
And you will see that there's a lot of Hebrew that's teaching doctrine that shouldn't be taught.
Exactly.
No need for it.
Exactly.
We can't get our heads straight.
And see, distractions, man. That's what that is. Because most important thing, man, that we just read is we supposed to, the true worshipers is going to worship him in spirit and in truth. So boom, that's the most important thing right there. Worshiping him in spirit and in truth. In spirit first, and truth is what? The law. Right? So that's the most important thing. Right?
Absolutely.
So again, we're going to get into this next lesson. The light of the body. This is part 2 of a 5-part series on the mind. Again, I got these lessons from my elder when I first got into this walk. You know, the elder brought these out, you know, and it helped me understand again this book, man, and get an understanding. Because I'm out of cut brew, man. You know, I was a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, we Hebrews. You know, but I always was like, man, it seemed like it's still something deeper than that. It seems like it's something deeper than just that. You know what I'm saying? I'm missing something. It feels good to know my nationality now, but it's something else that what's missing. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High brought me to these lessons. And the brother put out 5 lessons. The first one was the outer cup versus the inward man. The next one was the light of the body, is the pineal gland, letting you know that it starts right there with your third eye. And what your third eye need to be focused on. The third one is the eye of the Lord is in every place, especially your mind. The fourth one is blurred vision and dull hearing. And then the last one is, what is a true Hebrew Israelite? And that's really going to let you know that if you claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite, that your mind shouldn't be on this. Your mind should be like our father Abraham. When he got to the land, he said, this is the land, but I don't see I don't see the 12 foundations. I don't see the streets of gold. I don't see what you showed me. See, our father Abraham's mind was on the kingdom to come. What the Most High showed him. That's what he was on. You see what I'm saying? Because what we see is temporal. Everything we see is temporary. See what I'm saying? So we shouldn't even be focused on what we see, because it's temporal, right? And that's what these. And after I watched them lessons, I was like, wow, you know, this thing is deep. 90 to 99.9% of this book is dealing with your mind. The rest is judgments, you know, and what he gonna do for his people. But in order for you to understand that and see that, you got to have your mind right. You know, for example, my brother was doing a lesson earlier. My brother T, he was doing a lesson about, you know, the Torah and the defense mechanisms. And he was like, the reason why a lot of people don't get it is because you come to the book trying to find contradictions first. You don't come at it with your mind already on, I believe this. You see what I'm saying? You come to it as, it might be a contradiction, or you come to it with doubt. So you're not, if you come into it with that mind state, you're not going to get the full meaning of it. What he say? Don't cast your pearls to swine.
Right.
So why he about to give you these jewels, right? And you ain't even right up here.
You come with that, he gonna take the little that you do possess,
Right.
take that,
Right.
and give that to somebody else.
Right.
You see
what I'm saying? So that's really what he's. In order for you to really understand this Bible, man, you got to have your mind right. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to focus on in this next lesson. The pineal gland, what the world calls the pineal gland. And we're going to look and see where they got all this information from, and they hijacked it and called it chakras. And called it the eye of Horus. Called it, what's the other one? Buddha. Or yoga. Yoga, yeah, you know. We're going to see where they got that from, man. So first scripture we're going to go to is Matthew chapter 6. And if y'all know, I got some definitions on you know, and once we understand these definitions, when we go read these other scriptures, you're going to be like, okay, I get it. Hopefully, all praises. So we're going to start with Matthew chapter 6. And we're going to do 21 through 23. Matthew chapter 6, 21 through 23. And when you get it, go ahead. Just read 21 right quick. First, we're going to start with verse 21.
For where your treasure is,
Okay.
there will your heart be also.
Okay, so what is treasure? As you can see, I put on there storehouses for valuables. Now, I put the blue letter number so you can go in there and look yourself because it's a lot more definitions. I just put what pertains to what we're talking about. All right, so it says, for where your treasure is, for where you store your valuables, what you find most important to you, right? That's where your heart is going to be. Your heart is H3821, or your mind, your inner man. That's what you're going to be thinking on most, right? Whatever you find most important in your life, that's what your heart is going to be thinking on most. That's what he's saying. All right, let's keep it moving. 22.
The light of the body is the eye.
Okay.
If therefore thine eye be single,
Okay.
thy whole body shall be full of light.
Okay, now this light has a lot of different definitions. A lot of different definitions. But the definition for this light is G3088, and that's illuminator, right? So let's read it again. It says, the illuminator of the body is the eye. Okay, so eye is G3788, and that's your faculty of knowing, right? So again, the light of the body, or the illuminator, your brain, right? Because your brain is what tells you to move. Your brain is what tells you to talk, right? So your brain, right, of the body is the eye, right? This is what gives you your knowing as well. So whatever you put inside your brain, that's what you're going to know. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's saying, if therefore thy eye be single on this word, right, the whole body shall be full of light, right? That's what they're saying. Ain't that what the chakras say? If you become one with the universe, if you focus your mind on the universe and become one with the universe, you'll be full of light, right? That's where they get that from, right? Our master is telling you that if you focus on me, right, then you gonna be full of light, right? Let's go. Continue, Hebrew.
But if thy eye be evil,
okay, if the faculty of knowing be evil, go ahead.
Thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Okay.
If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
You see that? So if what illuminates you be darkness, right, then your whole body is gonna be dark. That's why we were saying earlier. What you say, bro? What you look at, what you listen to. You see what I'm saying? What you take into your illuminator, right, is what's going to determine how your body is. It's going to determine what you're talking about. It's going to determine how you act. You see what I'm saying? Everybody understand? All right, let's keep it moving. So the light of the body is the eye, right? Your third eye, okay? So that's what society calls your third eye. We're going to get into that even more. All right? Let's go, because Luke talked about this too. Let's go to Luke. Let's get a witness. Let's go to Luke. Go ahead.
The one who got the eye, that makes sense for those who have to get the singing, they know.
Yeah. Seeing is understanding.
Right.
When he say you see things but don't see things, they mean you see them but you don't understand it. You hear things but you don't hear it, mean you hearing it but it's not resonating. You see what I'm saying? Because your illuminator is not filled with this light. You see what I'm saying? Your brain is not filled with this light, so your eye don't know. You see what I'm saying? Let's look at Luke. Luke chapter 11, and we're going to do 33 through 36. Like again, this is Luke going over what Matthew talked about, you know, just giving a little, a different look at it. Luke chapter 11, verse 33 through 36. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
No man, when he have lighted the candle, put it in a secret place.
Okay.
Neither under a bushel.
Okay.
But on a candlestick, that they which come in may see the light.
That's what we were just saying earlier. When you get this knowledge, when he bless you with this understanding and knowledge, we got to run our mouth. We can't just sit on this. You know what I'm saying? That's what the brother was saying earlier. We got to go relieve the captive, free the oppressed with this light. You see what I'm saying? Without this light, we in darkness. You see? Go ahead, bro.
The light of the body is the eye.
Okay.
Therefore, when thy eye is single, thy whole body is full of light.
Okay.
But when the eye is evil,
There you go.
thy body also is full of
See
darkness.
that, and that's why you see the eye of Horus, right? That one eye, to let you know that's what they own. That one eye is single. This is where they get it from, right? Because our master is telling us when you single your mind, your third eye, I'm sorry, on me, on him, you gonna be full of light, right? Let's keep moving, bro.
Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not dark.
There you go. See that? He said, take heed that the light that be not dark. So to let you know, light can be dark. Ain't that what he say? Satan can transform himself into a minister of light. And when you get into that book of Adam and Eve, Eve says she seen him worshiping as if he was an angel. So don't let that light be darkness within you now. See that? You got to remember, he was sent to this earth to deceive, man. Everything is a big deception.
And you never notice how when you're dealing with masonry, and they begin an apprentice, knock on the door, I'm searching for light.
Ooh. Yeah. It just to let you know that light is darkness.
It's darkness.
That light is darkness. To let you know this anything that these society or worldly institutions is talking about light, this is where they got it from, man. This is where they got it from. Oh. This is where they got it from, man. Right here in this book. They took it out of this book and twisted it to fit their agenda. You see what I'm saying? But it's up to us to come in here and get it and understand, oh, okay, this was really meant for us. You know? Go ahead and continue, bro.
If thy whole body therefore be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light.
There you go. Now that was it. 36. Was that it?
As when the bright shining of a candle doeth give it thee light.
My fault, Hebrew. But see that? Having no part darkness. See that? We can't have no unrighteous thoughts up here. Lest he not deal with us. Lest he not dwell with us. See that? See how that works? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Ephesians. Let's go to Ephesians. See, that's why.
I had a question.
Go ahead.
We were talking about
Just write it or try to remember and bring it out later.
Okay.
So because we got a lot to go through here, bro. I don't want to. Ephesians. See, that's what the Messiah was telling Adam and Eve in the garden. You can eat from every tree in the garden except from that tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Right? Don't mess with that tree. And what that really is the sciences and the knowledge of this world. Yeah, once you deal with the knowledge and the science of this world, yeah, you're gonna know a lot. Me and my wife was just talking about this earlier. You're gonna know a lot. You're gonna know good from evil. You know, you're gonna be a little spiritual. But the difference is you're gonna die. And when you get woke up, you're gonna go to the lake. That's the only thing that can give you everlasting life. The only knowledge that can give you everlasting life is this. You see what I'm saying? This is the only light that is pure light. The rest of that light, yeah, you're going to be enlightened, but it's darkness. You see what I'm saying? It's pure darkness. Let's go to Ephesians. We're going to do chapter 1. Is that in chapter 1? And then we're going to do 17 through 19. Chapter 1, 17 through 19. And when you get it, go ahead.
Okay, Ephesians 1:17. That the heir of our Master Yeshua Messiah, the Father of glory, may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and the revelation and the knowledge of him.
Okay, the spirit of wisdom, the thought process of pure intelligence. So all intelligence comes from the Most High God. So if you're not in this, you don't know nothing. Those chakra boys, those Egyptologists, Buddha, Allah, all those so-called spiritualities don't know nothing. It just said all intelligence comes from the Most High God. And unless you in this, getting this understanding, you don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. Go ahead, bro.
The eyes of your understanding being enlightened.
See that?
that ye may know what is the hope of his call.
And what's the hope of his calling? For you to become God. That was the whole purpose of him creating Adam and Eve. To become like him, to become God. That's the hope of his calling. But unless you clean your mind up, we not gonna see that. See, that's why I say the hope of his calling, because we hope to get there one day. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
And what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints. And what is the exceeding greatness of his power toward us,
Okay.
who believe according to the working of his mighty power?
See that? What is the exceeding greatness of his power toward us who believe? So once you believe this, you got the power. You see what I'm saying? You got to access it. You see what I'm saying? First you believe it, then you access it, then you got to start walking in it. That's how you become one with the Creator. You see what I'm saying? All you got to do is believe. And you have access to power. See that? That's how that works. Not becoming one with the universe. Not the book of the dead. You see what I'm saying? Not doing yoga poses. You know? Believe. You know? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 119. Psalms 119. And we're going to do verse 18, and we're going to do some skipping. Psalms 119, verse 18. The light of the body is the eye, the pineal gland, the third eye, what they call it. What society call it. We got Psalms 119. And we're going to do verse 18. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Open thou mine eyes,
Okay.
that I might behold wondrous things out of thy law.
Opened up my understanding, right? That I might behold wondrous things out of thy law, right? Open up my understanding so I can see the spiritual side of your law, right? Not just the carnal side. Let's skip down to verse 97. Verse 97 and read it to 105. Read it to 105.
Oh, how love I thy law.
Okay.
It is my meditation all the
See
day.
that? It is my meditation. See, this is what our third eye is supposed to be thinking on and meditating on. His law. Right? Because if we're meditating and thinking on that, then our actions and our speech and our conversation is going to be righteous. It's going to be lawful. Remember? If we single our eye on law, and your whole body going to be in flight. Go ahead, bro.
Thou through thy commandments hast made me wiser than my enemies.
See that? So you're going to be wiser than the chakra boys. Those are our enemies. The Egyptologists, right? The scientists who tell you the world came about by Big Bang Theory. Something from nothing came out of something. Which actually it did. The scriptures will tell you that our Father created visible out of visibility. Invisibility, I'm sorry. He made visible out of the invisible. So technically, they're correct, but they're not giving praise and honor to the Father. See, that's when it's off. See, all knowledge and understanding, and it comes from Him, man. Everything that we know, it comes from Him. See what I'm saying? That's why we got to get in this book and search it out. Go ahead, bro.
For they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers.
See that? Now, a lot of this world, people folk the wrong way. You know? You're going to have more understanding than your teachers. You get in this book. You know? And teachers, as teachers, we should know that, hey, the Most High say that. He might increase little man more than us. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready and prepared for that spiritual. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
For thy testimonies are my meditation.
See that? For his testimonies, the things in the law that's not seen. That's what testimony is. What you can't see out of the law, right? That's what we meditate on. What are you really trying to tell me, Father, spiritually? Right? Go ahead, bro.
I understand more than the ancients.
See that? We understand more than old folk. Because there's a lot of old fools out there. Just because you old, that don't mean you know something. No, a lot of old fools that's off. See that? So this law is not only going to make you wiser than your enemies, not only going to have you more understanding than your teachers, but you're going to have more understanding than a 187-year-old person. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Because I keep thy precepts.
Because I keep thy commandments. That's why you going to know more. Because you keep his commandments. That's what precepts is. Commandments. Go ahead, bro.
I have refrained my feet from every evil way.
From every evil way. Go ahead.
That I might keep thy word.
Okay.
I have not departed from thy judgments.
Okay.
For thou hast taught me.
There you go.
How sweet are thy words unto my taste. Yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way.
Okay.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet.
Okay.
And a light unto my path.
You see that? This word is a lamp. So this word is what illuminates your illuminator. You see what I'm saying? That's what your brain is, your illuminator, man. Right? This law is what's going to illuminate that. Yo, this law is a lamp. See what I'm saying? So it's going to illuminate that illuminator. It's going to tell your third eye what it needs to know. It's going to tell your faculty of knowing what it needs to know and what it needs to do. Right? This law. Right? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Psalms 19. Let's go to Psalms 19. You get to understand this, sis?
I am.
Cool. Psalms 19. All praise the Most High God. Yes, sir. Psalms 19. And we're going to do 1. Psalms 19. Huh? For real? Yep. And I forgot to read it, but it's all good. It's all good. Psalms 19, verse 18. This is one I was going to read that verse 14 and 14. Psalms 8, Psalms what? Psalms 19. We're going to do Psalms 19, 8.
Okay.
But I was going to read Psalms 19, 14 before we did the lesson. Slipped my mind. Slipped my mind. Okay, so we on Psalms 19, and we're going to do verse 8. One here to quit it real quick. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Thy statutes of Yah, the statutes of Yah are right.
Okay.
Rejoice in the heart.
Rejoice in the inner man, or your inner self, or your mind. Okay, go ahead.
The commandment of Yah is pure.
Okay.
Enlightening eyes.
Okay. Giving you an understanding. Right? That's what this does. Gives you an understanding. I tell my wife all the time, man, this world, you can't understand it. When you look out to the world, you're like, what is going on? But when you get into this book helps you understand what's going on in this world today. You see what I'm saying? When you get in this book, you see, okay, I see why 6 people got murdered over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because the love of many has waxed cold. You know, see how this book gives you understanding. Okay. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8. And we're going to do 5 through 11. The light of the body is the eye, the pineal gland. If therefore your eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. Just keep that in mind, people. Single on what, though? Single on this word. Single on this word. Let's go. Romans chapter 8, and we're going to do 5 through 11. Romans chapter 8, verse 5 through 11. When you get it, bro, go ahead.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Okay.
But they that are after the spirit, the things of the
See,
spirit.
when you in the spirit, you're going to be thinking of spiritual things. When you are the flesh, you're going to be on fleshly. You know, that's why I say it's better for you to be on spiritual thoughts, because if you're pondering on fleshly things, you're going to mess around and go off. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
For to be carnally minded is death.
Okay.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Check out this next verse. Go ahead.
Because the carnal mind is enmity
See
against
that?
Elohim.
The carnal mind is enmity against Elohim. That's why, you know, when you with your spouse, right?
What does that mean?
Enmity at war.
Oh,
At war. I'm about to give you an example. Say like you and your spouse. Me and my wife talk about this all the time. You know, you with your spouse, right? Say your wife say something, right? You about to say something, but the spirit tell you, nah, you shouldn't say that right now. But you say it anyway. Now y'all arguing. Because you chose to go with your carnal. And y'all arguing now because that carnal is enmity against God.
and then it's a trigger effect.
Exactly. As opposed to your rib say something, right? And your spirit say, and you say, but your spirit say don't say, and you don't say nothing. Now the rest of the night is peaceful. Right? Why? Because the spiritual is minded is life and peace.
Right.
See that?
The reason I want to know what it meant, because in the garden he put
Enmity between the seed. Right. We're warring against Satan every day. We're warring against. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities. That's a spiritual war, man. Right? Go ahead, continue, Hebrew.
For it is not subject to the law of Elohim,
Okay.
neither indeed can
See
be.
that? The carnal mind is not subject to the law. That's why you still blurted that out, you know, after the Spirit said, nah, you shouldn't say that. See, the carnal mind is not going to humble itself to the law.
Right.
It's prideful. And I tell my wife this, the carnal mind is going to say, nah, she need to hear this. You see what I'm saying? Nah, wait a minute. Nah, she need to hear this. She off right now. And maybe she was. But the Spirit say, now ain't the time for you to say something because it's not going to be received. Or whatever the situation is. You know? Maybe it's not the time. Maybe he say, I'm going to deal with her, and she going to come at you later on and be like, maybe I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. And that's done happened before in our relationship. I done followed the Spirit and not said nothing, right? Because I'm like, every time I do this, I see where it go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to listen to you this time, y'all, and see where it go. And a couple days later, my ribman came and said, hey, I probably shouldn't have said. You know what? I shouldn't have said that. All praises. See what I'm saying? I didn't have to say anything. You following the Spirit in that sense. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
So then, they that are in the flesh cannot please Elohim.
Can't please him in the flesh, man. Remember, in the flesh is the outer cup is for to be pleased by men. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the spirit of Elohim dwell in you. Now if any man have not the spirit of Messiah, he is none of his.
Now think about that. It just said, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. If so be that the Spirit of God the Spirit of the Father dwell in you. The thought process of the Father dwell in you. Ain't nobody higher than the Father. So what other reasoning or thought process would you want to go by? The eye of Horus, or what the Book of the Dead say, what the Chakra man say, what the Buddha man say, or the thought process of the creator of the universe? Go ahead, continue, Hebrew.
And if the Messiah be in you, the body is dead because of sin.
Dead.
But the spirit is life because of righteousness.
See that? The spirit is life. Go ahead.
But if the spirit of him that raised up Yeshua from the dead dwell in you.
See that? Just in case you was wondering what he was meaning, if the spirit that raised up Christ dwell in you, who raised up Christ? The Father. Exactly. So if that spirit dwell in you, who can beat you? Who know more than you? Bless you, bro. Who know more than you? If that spirit that resurrected our master dwell in you, who know more than you? Go ahead, Hebrew.
He that raised up Messiah from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you.
Didn't we read that this quickening the spirit? See, this is what needs to dwell inside of you. This word, right? And you gotta not just come to Sabbath class and get it. You know, you got to go home and ponder and go in these scriptures and read. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up and be like, okay, God, what you need me to be on today? And he going to tell you, go to Proverbs chapter 7. See what I'm saying? He going to tell you to go look at video such and such. You see what I'm saying? That's how we is supposed to, you know, walk. You know, let him guide us, not what the horoscopes say.
So we got this thing that's called the thought adjuster. You feel me? So when we be slow to speak, the highest thing a man possesses is thought. You see what I'm saying? And these thoughts, you can manifest things.
Yes.
So be slow. So if it's anything that's going on, and you say be slow to speak, we got to think about this. Let this process go through.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because if I got to work through the fruits of the spirit, I got to be quiet first.
Right.
Let the thought adjuster come in. You see what I'm saying? Be meditating on that word. The spirit will adjust your thoughts.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So you can produce these fruits.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Is that why, like, when you think about something too much, you start manifesting?
Yes.
in your dreams?
I'm going to give you one even better. It just said, if the spirit that dwell in you, right? How did our Father create create things? He spoke it. He said, let there be light. Let there be this. Let there be that. So if that spirit that raised up Christ dwell in you, you have that power. Let there be this. Let there be that. That's why my brother just said, be slow to speak. Because you got what you speaking, bro, you have that power to manifest that. The Hebrew language is a creative language. It's the language of creation. It's an active, it's always moving, it's a motion. This language, English, is a dull bastard language. Hebrew is the language of creation. It's always moving. And that's why we read from left to right, because it's coming from the Father to the Son to us.
So before
Right.
you can manifest the sin, you first have to think it.
Right.
That's why Christ was telling them, like, not just to the person who commit the adultery.
Right.
That's the manifestation of it.
Right. When you
But for the
actually
person
do it.
who think about it,
Right.
to him it's already sin.
Right.
So, like, when you're thinking about something, right, and then it manifests in your dreams, how do you know if it's from the Creator or is it just your...
Is it lawfully? Is it lawful?
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you...
No matter what it is.
Well, you got to measure it against the word. If, like for instance, Peter went through the same thing. When Peter was meditating, he seen a sheet of all unclean animals coming down. And the Messiah said, rise, Peter, and eat. Peter like, wait a minute. I know you can't be telling me to break law. See what I'm saying? So that's on us. We got to meditate, right, on our visions and on this law to know whether it's from the Messiah or not. Because light can be darkness. Your enlightenment, that's really what it's saying. What you're enlightened with can be darkness. You see what I'm saying?
And what the Most High really trying to show him.
Right.
Because he showed him common things.
Right.
And Peter understood from the perspective of law.
Right.
I can't eat that.
See, he measured what he's seeing up against law. Right? But he thought deeper, like, well, wait a minute. What is he really trying to tell me? I know the Messiah is not going to tell me to break Torah. So what is he really trying to tell me? Right? And when he seen them Gentiles come to his door, that's what he want me to go holler at these Israelites that became Gentiles now. That's what that meant. You know, unclean. Don't call any man unclean or uncommon that I have made clean. Not saying that he done made the unclean food clean. He done made these Hebrew Israelites, like us, we will be considered Gentiles to the Jews that are in the land right now. Because we were born over here in America. To them, we will be considered unclean. We will be that vision that Peter saw. Us. Right? That vision telling him that he need to come holler at us to let us know that we're no longer unclean. Right? Because the Messiah has came and shed his blood for us. So now we can come back into the commonwealth of Israel. Right? That's what that was about.
And you get the same rights as the native born
There you go.
Israelite.
Right. We get the same rights. So that's why we need to meditate. Because you can be enlightened with darkness. It looked good. Peter, and I always say Peter was hungry. If you go read the story, he was hungry.
Right.
He could have been like, oh, man, I'm going to go fix me some shrimp pasta. I like deep fried lobster. I'm going to fix me some deep fried lobster. But he didn't take it there like that. You see what I'm saying? He meditated and thought on it. Wait a minute. I No, he ain't telling me to break law. See, because we can be enlightened with darkness.
And you know how they be like, so if y'all was storming at that, y'all would eat pork. Because Peter was almost like,
Yeah.
like to pass out.
But then I'll go look at Eleazar, the script about Eleazar on that.
I'm agreeing.
Oh, okay, dig.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like what you were saying, Peter, he was hungry.
He was hungry at the time.
Man. He
Yeah.
was about to pass out.
Yeah,
And you know how they always, we tell them we don't eat pork.
right.
Yeah, so y'all was starving.
Yeah. I done heard that
That's a
before.
good example.
Yeah, he didn't automatically jump to that. Even when the Messiah was saying, "What goes into your body is not what goes into your mouth is what defile you, and not what come out." Right. The people he was talking to didn't automatically go to, "I'm gonna make me a ham sandwich now,"
Right.
or "I'm gonna make me a seafood boil now." Nah, they was trying to understand what is he really trying to tell me spiritually.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Right. Was that the end of that one? Yeah. Okay, so let's go to James. James. Let's see what James got to say about the situation. And if y'all notice, I put little stars by certain scriptures. Those are like jewels. That's why I put them there. Those are like little tidbits, jewels that, try to remember. You know what I'm saying? That stood out to me. I'm going to say that. These are the scriptures that stood out to me. That's why I put the little stars by them. James chapter 3. And we're going to do 13 through 17. James chapter 3, 13 through 17. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you?
Question. Who is a wise man and who got knowledge among you? Go ahead.
Let him shew out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom.
Okay.
But if ye have bitter envy and strife in your hearts,
Okay.
glory not, and lie not against the
See
truth.
that? When you got envy, bitter, and strife in your heart, and you coming in here talking about shalom, Brutus, shalom, sis, that you are lying against the truth. That's what you're doing. When you go in the Passover and take the Passover, and you got strife and envy in your heart against your brothers and your sisters, you are lying against the truth.
I can't cuss you out and say shalom like nigga does.
You are lying against the truth.
And then let's be
If
careful.
you do that.
Because you remember in the story that the man and his wife lied to the Ruach
Ooh, in that Acts.
and failed
Yes,
dead.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to
See?
consider when we talking to each other.
Come on, man.
We talking
Whoa,
to the master.
That's a great precept. Now, see, I don't know if he gonna take you right then and there. I don't know. He might. I get up here and I'm prophesying, and I done beat my wife right before we came to the Shabbat class, and I'm up here talking about shalom this, shalom that. Ain't no guarantee I might not drop dead right here in front of y'all, and y'all be wondering what just happened. Straight up, lying against the truth, man. Exactly. He had an allergic reaction to the diabetic medicine.
But you do understand that lying is an abomination.
Yes.
That lying tongue, that's an
Yes.
abomination.
Yes.
It's just like eating swine.
Yes. Ain't no different. So come on, man. That's why it's important. We got to clean this up, man. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, well, I'll leave
15.
Okay, this wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish.
So when you operating like that, that's the wisdom of the world. And it's devilish. You see what I'm saying? That's how the world operates. The world tell you one thing and really meaning another. The world come at you with hidden agendas and angles. You see what I'm saying? When you operate like that, that's of the world and it's devilish. You see that? It's enmity against Yah. Go ahead.
For where envy and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work.
And who is the author of confusion? So he is present. Anytime it's envy and strife, he's present. See what I'm saying? I don't care what you sound about shalom. I don't care if you taking Passover. I don't care what you doing. If it's envy and strife in your heart, he's present, man. And you lying against the truth. Go ahead, bro.
But the wisdom that is from above is
Okay.
first pure,
Yes, sir.
then peaceable,
Okay.
gentle,
There you go.
and easy to be entreated,
Easy to be accepted. Go ahead.
full of mercy
Okay.
and of good fruits, without partiality.
My bro favorite word. Boy, we shouldn't have no partiality. This word is without partiality. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your wife, your husband. If they off, rebuke. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Go ahead, bro.
And without hypocrisy.
And without hypocrisy. What you saying and what you doing is pure. I'm not going to tell you one thing, but I'm going to do another. I'm not going to tell you don't treat your wife, treacherously, and I'm at home and my wife walking around on eggshells. That's hypocritical. Nah. We can't be like that. You see what I'm saying? Then that starts right here. Right? Let's keep it moving. That was one of my favorite scripts right there. Here go another one. Proverbs 6:23. Proverbs 6:23. Hey, when we get further onto it, some of these verses gonna cut, man. But hey, faithful are the wounds of the righteous. You know what I'm saying? Faithful are the wounds of the righteous. I know it was cutting me. I'm like, whoa, you know. I almost was like, should I even read this? But the Spirit was like, you better get Satan up out of there. You better read this. You better not quench the Spirit. So what if folks' feelings get hurt? I always say, if you read Scripture, man, and you feeling any type of way, whether it be, you get mad or you get happy, He's dealing with you. Well, if you get mad, He's dealing with you, so you need to look into it and why you get mad. If you don't feel nothing, you should be scared. Because that means He done turned His face from you. If you ain't feeling nothing when you read these scriptures, you should be scared. Oh, man, he ain't fooling with me, you know. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
For the commandment is a lamp.
The commandment is a what?
A lamp.
Yes, sir.
And the law is light.
Yes, sir.
And reproofs of instructions are the way of life.
See that? Commandments and law illuminates your illuminator. And corrections and reproof that's a way of life. Because why? Because we're going to go off. You know, we're constantly being reproved in our thoughts. I know I am all day long. Constantly. It's a way of life, man, like breathing and eating, man. Until He fix us and we get our body, right? Reproof and instruction is going to be a way of life. You know what I'm saying? If not, then you're going to be in your carnal mind and you're going to be enmity against God. So.
And don't forget, it's always a growing process.
Yes.
Like, it have been things I done learned. It have been things I done taught. It have been times I had to go back and tell people, like,
yes.
Oh, my bad, because that wasn't accurate. Or I just got another revelation out of it that was deeper than the first one.
That's a sign of a good teacher and preacher. You're humble. That's humble. Right. It's going to be like that sometime, man. But like this brother, like he said, are you gonna be humble enough when the Ruach come and tell you that was wrong, bring that to the people? Or are you gonna keep it in yourself? Nah.
I ain't gonna say nothing because it's gonna make me look bad.
Yeah. Nah. Remember this, we all learning.
Absolutely.
We just woke up, like I said, in the eyes of the Most High. I don't care if you've been in it 50 years. To him, he just blinked and you just woke up. So, yeah, we might not get an understanding right off the bat. The correct understanding right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? He might not give it to you, and He might allow you to teach that just to see when He do give you the understanding, what you going to do with it.
Is you going to humble yourself.
Right. Is you going to humble yourself, you know?
And that's one thing, Israel as a nation, across the four corners of the earth, we got to be humble. We should still be in the state of repentance and crying out to the Father.
Yes.
Because we've been the evil and the wicked people.
Yes, man. Yes.
All this puffed up and prideful things is going on amongst the people. Man, we ought to be in repentance, crying, pleading with the Father not to kill us.
Yep. Not on your best day. You are but filthy rags to Him. On your best day, with your least amount of sins that you done thought, with your least amount of sins that you've committed, you are but filthy rags to Him. on your most righteous day, the day you was born, in your birthday suit, you was but a filthy rag to him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, read proof and instructions is a way of life, people. You know, hey.
I don't see how somebody can read this book and be like walking around talking about, I know I'm going to
I'm gonna show you why.
to the king.
I'm gonna show you. He gonna tell you why. I'm gonna show you. Hey, he gonna show you why people walk around like that. Straight up in this lesson right here. But let's go look at how he deal with our pops, man. Let's go look at how he dealt with Jacob, right? And where does pineal come from, right? Let's go look at our pops, Jacob. Let's go to Genesis 28. We're going to do 11 through 17 to get the context of what's going on. Genesis 28, 11 through 17. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And he took of the stones of that place and put them for his pillows.
Okay.
And lay down in that place to sleep.
Okay.
And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of Elohim ascending and descending on it.
Okay, so our father Jacob is having a dream. Now we know that we read in the last lesson that that's how he deal with us. He seals our instructions in dreams, right? So this is how he dealing with him in his dream. Go ahead, bro.
And behold, Yah stood above it and said, I am Yah Elohim of Abraham thy father, and the Elohim of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest to give, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed.
Okay.
And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south.
Okay.
And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
Okay.
And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all the places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land. For I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of.
Okay, go ahead.
And Jacob awakened out of his sleep, and he said, surely Yah is in this place, and I knew it not.
See, real quick. So he didn't wake up and be like, what was that? Now he woke up and said, hey, that was the Lord. See what I'm saying? Because his fathers had been telling him that that's where the Lord dwells in that place. So when the Lord came to him in a vision, he didn't deny it or kick against it. He automatically was like, oh yeah, that's him. Right? Go ahead.
And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of Elohim,
Okay.
and this is the gate of heaven.
See that? He named the place. When you go ahead and keep reading, he named it Bethel. Beth meaning house, and El God, house of God. Right? So we see how the Most High deals with us. In dreams and visions. Let's go look at another. Let's go to 32. Genesis chapter 32. Because he said, okay, I showed him, how I operate. If you notice, he said he's seen angels descending and ascending up and down. Right? Let you know that this is why the Lord can see everything, because he got angels dispatched all over this world telling him what's going on. See what I'm saying? So he's like, okay, he get that, he understand that, right? He eating on that. Now let me deal with him like this. All right. Let's go to chapter 32, and we're gonna read 22 through 30. And when you get it, go ahead.
And he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok.
Okay.
And he took them and sent them over the brook and sent over that he had.
Okay.
And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Now I know this says wrestled a man, but this ain't just a regular man, right? Go ahead.
And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh.
Okay.
And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint. and he wrestled with him.
Okay.
And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me.
So the angel is telling Jacob, let me go. Now, of course, we know that Jacob, either he was super, super duper strong, that he was able to, hold this angel, or the angel was just dealing with him. You see what I'm saying? So the angel like, let me go, man, it's daytime. And Jacob like, nah, I ain't letting you go till you bless me. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
This is the first time we see Israel in this book, right here. He said, no longer your name be Jacob, but your name is going to be Israel. This is the adoption right here. This is what we witnessing right here, that we speak, that Paul speaks about in the New Testament, the adoption. This is the adoption right here. Ain't that what happened when you adopt a kid, you give him your last name? Mm-hmm. So he just adopted Jacob. He said, no longer will your name be called Jacob, but Israel. He just gave him his name. Right? Go ahead.
For as a prince hast thou power with Elohim and with man, and hast prevailed.
Go ahead.
And Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name.
Okay.
And he said, wherefore is it that thou dost ask my name after my name? And he blessed him there.
He's like, why you asking my name? I just told you I come from the presence of the Most High. Why you asking what my name is? See what I'm saying? So keep going. Go ahead.
And Jacob called the name of the place Pineal.
See that?
For I have seen Elohim face to face, and my life is preserved.
So see, that's why he called it pineal. Because he seen God he wrestled with God face to face. Right? So that's why it's called pineal. That's why they call it the third eye, the pineal gland, because this is where you're going to deal with God. Right there. In your thoughts, in your third eye. Pineal. Right? Our Father named this spot pineal. See what I'm saying? That's where they get this from, and they get it from the Bible. Right? Everything. But they twist it to fit their agenda, and we won't know that unless we in this book and study for ourselves. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I like to watch movies to see the scriptures in them.
Absolutely.
Like me and my wife watching this show called Manifest right now. I know we late, but we watching this show called Manifest. If you ever seen it, it's really the spirit. It's the people working through the spirit, following the spirit. Exactly what this book is telling you to do. I seen that, sis, but I haven't clicked on it yet. Okay.
400 is the original, and then the manifest is like a spin-off to it.
Got you. Okay. But then if you're familiar with that show, that's what it's about. Walking in the spirit. Although they show other folk other than Israel. That's what kind of throw you off. But if you really understand that chapter, Romans chapter 8:28, right? He do everything for his good. If you follow his spirit, if you walk in the spirit, you're going to do things good. That's what you're going to be doing. Good things. You see what I'm saying? So everything that they get it out the scriptures, man. Everything you see, they get it from the scripts, man. We just got to go in here and search it out ourselves, right? So we just seen how the Most High deal with our daddy, man. How he dealt with our daddy with the mind, right? He came to him in a vision first, and he was like, okay, he got that. Now let me go to him face to face. Let me send face to face action, right? And he said, what? Yeah, I'm gonna call this place Pineal because I done seen God face to face. See that? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Acts. And if we come from Jacob's loins, right? So let's go to Acts. Acts chapter 26. And we gonna do, I got started at 13, but we gonna start at first 15. And we gonna do 15 through 18. All right. Acts chapter 26, and we gonna do 15 through 18. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
And I said, who art thou, master? And he said, I am Yeshua, whom thou persecutest.
Just real quick, this is Paul on his way to Damascus, on the road to Damascus. He's given the king, he's letting him know what happened. That's what's going on right here. Go ahead.
But rise and stand upon thy feet, For I have appeared unto thee for this purpose,
Okay.
to make thee a minister and a witness both of these things which thou hast seen, and of those things in which I will appear unto thee,
Okay.
delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles unto whom now I have sent thee,
Okay. This is what I wanted to hone into right here on this verse 18. Go ahead.
to open their eyes,
Okay.
and to turn them from darkness to light.
See that? To open their eyes. Now, I'm pretty sure people's eyes was already open. What he's saying is give them understanding of the gospel. Give them understanding that the prophecy has been fulfilled, that the sacrifice has been done for them to come back home. Right? Understanding. Go ahead.
And from the power of Satan unto Elohim,
Okay.
that they may receive forgiveness of sins and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me.
See that? That's what's going to sanctify you, having faith in him. Right? And this, like I said, this is what he was telling the Gentiles. Right? But that it fits us as well because we are Gentiles in a sense. Right? We have Gentile mind states. Look at what we got on. We got Gentile mind states. Although he has brought light to us and we no longer walk in the mind state of the Gentile, we understand who we are. Right? All praises. But we were just like this as well, mentally. See what I'm saying? That's why he we got to clean up this inner cup. Because we still going to wear, Nike shirts and, okay. But what you up here on, though? You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Job. Let's go to Job. Gonna ask some more questions to let you know that don't nobody know nothing, man. If you ain't in these precepts, you don't know nothing. Right? And don't let nobody tell you that they do if they ain't coming out of this. Because they don't know nothing. And we about to show you this. Let's go to Job chapter 28. And we're going to do 12 through 28. It's going a little bit faster than I thought, though. We're making good time. Good time. Let's go to Job 28. We're going to do 12 through 28. When you get it, hold on, I see a couple people still flipping. The light of the body is the eye, the pineal gland. All right, when you get it, go ahead, bro.
But where shall wisdom be found?
Okay.
And where is the place of understanding?
Where? That's a question. Where is wisdom? Who has understanding? Where can I find that? Go ahead.
Man knoweth not the price thereof.
Case closed. Man don't know it. The chakra man don't know it. The Egyptologist man don't know it. Talking about the eye horse, he don't know it. The Buddha man don't know it. Nobody knows understanding and wisdom. Go ahead.
Neither is it found in the land of the living.
See, just to clear it up, just if we was wondering, you can't find understanding and wisdom amongst the living. We don't know. See what I'm saying? We got to go search it out ourselves. See that? Go ahead.
The depth said, it is not in me.
There you go.
And the sea said, it is not with me.
Okay.
It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof.
So I don't care how much money you got, Mr. Bill Gates, Mr. What's another big money high roller?
Bezos.
Yeah, him too. I don't care what you got. You can't buy this.
Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. That's what I was thinking about. Warren Buffett. Tesla. Elon Musk. Yeah. Hey, none of them. I don't care what you got, man. Your bank account can be infinite, but if you ain't got the knowledge of this, that's not gonna save you. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It cannot be valued with the gold of Ophir,
Okay.
with the precious onyx or the sapphire.
Okay.
The gold and the crystal cannot equal it. And the exchange of it shall not be for jewels of fine gold.
See that? Because he gonna try your reins, man. You're not gonna be able to go in his courtroom and buy off the judge like they do in this society's courtroom. The judge can be bought off. The lawyer can be bought off. The prosecutor can be bought off. You see what I'm saying? Not with this. Right? Go ahead.
No mention shall be made of coral or of pearls.
See that?
For the price of wisdom is above rubies.
See, he naming all these precious stones, man. What we as society call precious. Go ahead.
The topaz of Ethiopia shall not equal it.
Okay.
Neither shall it be valued with pure gold.
Okay.
Whence then cometh wisdom?
Okay.
And where is the place of understanding?
Okay, so if I can't get it with gold, with all these precious jewels, if the land of the living don't, I can't find it amongst living men, then where is it at? That's what Job asking. Where is it at? Go ahead.
Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all the living, and kept closed from the fowls of the
Yeah,
air.
that's just not talking about ducks and pigeons. The fowls of the air is them fallen angels. You see what I'm saying? They don't even know what's going on. It's only one fallen angel that knows the plan, and he's trying to get you off of that plan. Everybody else, they don't even know. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Destruction and death say, we have heard the
See that?
fame thereof with our
See
ears.
that? Destruction and death say, hey, we done heard about it, but we can't even tell you. See what I'm saying? Because what Revelation say? Death is going into the lake of fire. He gonna toss death and destruction. All that's going into the lake of fire, man. See that? So death, like I don't even know, man. I done heard about it, but I don't know where it's coming from. Go ahead.
Elohim.
No, real quick. So you can't go to the book of the dead. Okay? For you Egyptologists out there. The book of the dead ain't gonna be able to tell you what's going on. Go ahead.
Elohim understandeth the way thereof.
Who understand it?
Elohim understandeth
Okay.
the way thereof.
Okay.
And he knoweth the place thereof.
So if he understand it, he know. That's why his spirit must dwell in you. His thought process knows. So that is what must dwell in you, so you can know. Right? Go ahead.
For he looketh to the ends of the earth, and seeth under the whole heaven.
See that?
To make the weight for the winds, and he weigheth the waters by measure.
See that? Go ahead.
When he made a decree for the rain, and a way for the lightning of the thunder,
Okay.
then did he see it, and declared it. He prepared it, yea, and searched it
See
out.
that? See, he seen it, he declared it, he prepared it, and searched it out. So he knows it, he know it all. Right? We don't know nothing, man. We gotta humble ourselves and realize that. We don't know nothing. We gotta search it out now. See that? Go ahead.
And unto man he said, behold, the fear of Yah, that is wisdom,
Okay.
and to depart from evil is understanding.
See, that's when you understand. When you read the law and read Torah and you stop doing evil, that's understanding. See what I'm saying? And you apply the wisdom. The wisdom is acting out your understanding. All praises. We see we getting the understanding. All praises to the Most High God. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Matthew chapter 4. About to start getting into these scripts that's going to cut. Let's get some Band-Aids out. They about to start cutting, man, once we get into this Isaiah, man, and they going to start cutting. But hey, like I said, faithful are the wounds of the righteous. Let's go Matthew chapter 4. And what we got? 4, 16 through 17. Matthew chapter 4. And we doing, or is it 5? What am I doing? Yeah, 4. Matthew chapter 4. Verse 16 through 17. All right, when you get it, go ahead, bro.
The people which sat in darkness saw great light.
Okay.
And to them which sat in the region in the shadow of death, light is sprung up.
Okay, so this is the Messiah when he's preaching, right? And that's what it's saying. The people that sat in darkness, now they in light, because the Messiah is here, giving us this light. Okay, now what does he tell us? Go ahead.
From that time, Yeshua began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at
See
hand.
that? Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, right? The kingdom of heaven is here. You're looking at the kingdom right now with me and my brother up here doing this work. See what I'm saying? And that's why it was saying the kingdom is at hand, because the people were seeing the Messiah going around doing kingdom work. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. This is the last captivity that we in, people. After this captivity, we going home. So it's imperative that you get your mind right now. Right? We are in the last days. Right? So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Isaiah 42. Get the band-aids out. Isaiah 42. But this is us. This is us, people. You know, this is what we got to get out of. Right? Isaiah 42, and we're going to read 18 to 21. Yeah, start at 18. 18 to 21. Go ahead.
Hear, ye deaf, and look, ye blind, that ye may see.
Okay.
Who was blind but my servant?
See, he calling us blind because we're his servant. The Gentiles wasn't his servant, so he's not talking to the Gentiles. He's talking to us. We're blind because we don't see the spirituality in the law. That's what he's telling us. Go ahead.
Or deaf as my messenger that I sent?
We don't hear him when he speaks to us. When he tells us, you probably should say that, man. Your wife ain't going to receive it. And you say it anyway. We didn't hear the Ruach. See that? Go ahead.
Who was blind as he that is perfect, and blind as Yah's servant?
Okay.
Seeing many things, but thou observest not.
See that?
Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
Okay.
Yah is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
So regardless of what we want to accept or what we feel like we want to do, he said he's going to magnify his law and make it honorable. So it's going to be powerful. When you look up that magnifier, it's H1431. Powerful, right? That's what's going to be going forth in his day, his law. Not the law of man, not the precepts of men, his law. So it's important that we get that in our minds right now. You see what I'm saying? Unclog your ears. Ask him to take the scales from off your eyes so you can see. See, off of this eye. Right? Take the scale off of that eye so you can see. Right? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Isaiah. What are we, 29? Isaiah 29. And we're going to do 9 through 13. Isaiah 29. 9 through 13. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Stay yourselves and wonder.
Okay.
Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Okay.
They stagger, but not with strong drink.
See that? We drunk, but not with wine. What we drunk off of? These false doctrines that we allow to penetrate our illuminator, right? As opposed to this law. That's what we drunk off of, the ways of this world. Go ahead.
For Yah hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
See, brother, that's why these people can read this book and walk around and do what they do, because he's poured out a spirit of deep sleep. See that? Go ahead.
And have closed your eyes.
Close your understanding. He's not going to cast his jewels to the swine. So he's done closed your understanding. All you understand is horoscopes now. All you understand is chakra now. All you understand is Egyptology now. You see what I'm saying? He's not going to give you understanding of this true light because you filthy up there. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
The prophets and your rulers, the seers hath he covered.
See that? Even your prophets, your rulers, he done covered their understanding. So if they don't got understanding, we definitely don't. If our teachers and rulers ain't teaching us understanding, you see what I'm saying? See, he done closed the eyes of them, man. And he will do that to you. You know, if you continue in being impure in your heart, like my brother said earlier, he gonna snatch that from you, man, and he gonna give them talents to somebody else. See what I'm saying? Ain't that a parable? The parable of the talents. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gonna if you don't do nothing with these gifts, man, he gonna take them from you. Go ahead, continue.
And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed.
See that? So when you get the vision, you ain't gonna understand it because the book is sealed to you, man. He ain't gonna even come at you and give you visions because it's sealed to you. Go ahead.
which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this.
Okay.
I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed.
See that? Even the ones with the PhDs and the master's degrees. Supposed to be the smarties in the group.
We see that right now when it's deacons and preachers that come to me all the time talking about some, we can't break down the book of Revelation.
Why not? Because it's sealed unto you. I don't know about you, but Revelation is very clear to me. Very, very clear to me. All praise to the Most High God for giving me that understanding. Let me say that. Hallelujah. But yeah, it's very clear when I read these scriptures, you know. But it's sealed to some people, man. And I remember it was sealed to me in the beginning. When my wife first met me, it was a Bible on my desk, on my living room table when she first met me. I used to read the Bible, but like I told her, I didn't understand what I was reading. I didn't. I'm reading it because I felt like this is what I'm supposed to do, but I didn't understand it because I wasn't reading it I'm reading it because I felt like this is what I'm supposed to do. It wasn't until I said, forgive me, Lord, I was wrong, I blasphemed your holy name in my ignorance, show me what's right. Until he started giving me the understanding. That's when he started giving me the understanding. You see what I'm saying? That's when he opened it up, took the seal off of it for me, took the scales off my eye. Right? Go ahead, continue, bro.
Wherefore Yah say, for as much as this people draw near to me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. There
you go.
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of me.
See that? So like my brother was just saying about them deacons and reverends, so-called. They can't understand this book is sealed to them. So the fear of God is taught by their own precepts. That's why they tell you can come as you are. You see what I'm saying?
God is all love.
God is all love. But when you get into this book, you see, like I was telling my rib earlier today, the high priest, it was a whole process before he went into that holies of holies. He couldn't just jump out of bed and go into the holies of holies and holler at the Most High. Nah, it was just a process, man. See that? The fear of God has been taught by the precepts of men because this book has been sealed to them. See that?
Remember, he told Moses, tell Israel to wash their clothes.
See that?
Because I'm coming to visit them.
Come not into their wives for 3 days. See that? It's a process before you got to deal with him. You see what I'm saying? You just don't just go and deal with him. You see that? All right, let's keep it moving. Isaiah 44. I see folk receiving this and not. Hey, because boy, hey, he say we draw near him with our mouths, but we do that. You know, that's what we do, man. But our hearts are far from it. 44, Isaiah 44, let's do 18 through 21. Nah, stop at 20. Just stop at 20. 18 to 20. Go ahead.
They have not known nor understood, for he have shut their eyes
Shut
that
their
they cannot
understanding.
see,
See that? Shut down their understanding. Go ahead.
and their hearts that they cannot understand.
Okay.
And none considereth in his heart, neither is there knowledge nor understanding to say, I have burned part of it in the fire.
Okay.
Yea, also I have baked bread upon the coals thereof. I have roasted flesh and eaten it. And shall I make the residue thereof an abomination? Shall I fall down to the stock of a tree?
Okay. Now, this is the explanation. Go ahead.
He feedeth on ashes. A deceived heart hath turned him aside,
Okay.
that he cannot deliver his soul.
Okay.
Nor say, is there not a lie in my right hand?
See that? So this is a reprobate mind. He will get you to the point that you won't even know when you're going off. You can be breaking law and it don't affect you no more. See what I'm saying? We don't want to get to that point. Because when you get to that point, it's what he said, he done turned my face away from you. See what I'm saying? He only chastises those he loves. So when you sin and don't get that feeling, he's no longer chastising you. See what I'm saying? That's what that feeling is. When you break a law and that feeling, man, I probably shouldn't have done that. That's that ruach chastising you. You see what I'm saying? Man, I probably should have said it to my wife. That's that ruach chastising. Now, if you no longer get that, then he done left you. He's not chastising you no more. You cannot, what do you say? Is there not a lie in my right hand? You ain't gonna be able to say that. Damn, I'm telling a lie. You ain't gonna be able to say, damn, I'm lying. You ain't gonna even be able to discern, or he gonna take that understanding from you. See, this is a mind thing, people. He can't make you stop going to Sabbath class. You're gonna go there every day, every time. He can't make you stop keeping Feast of Unleavened Bread, but he can take his understanding from you if you don't keep right up here in your heart. See that? That's why it's important, man. We got to clean this mind up.
Hallelujah.
Let's go to Romans. I don't know about y'all, but that's scary to me. One day I understand this book I'm reading, then the next day I'm reading. I'm damn, bro, baby, I can't even get the lesson together. That's scary to me. After he done poured all this out on me, and then one day I can't even put two scriptures together. That's scary to me. And he will do that to you, man. And not only just put scriptures together, your reasoning. Like you said, you woke up, Kevin, you reasoning. He'll take that from you. Well, you won't even think to reason about nothing. You just doing it. You think it's good, so I'm doing it. Did you have something, sis?
No, my aunt, what you just said, the no reason, I have an aunt, and she was like, she hasn't been able to read scripture.
Uh-huh.
2016. Now, I met my husband in 2014. We got married in 2015, so he definitely gave her a new set of eyes on it, right?
Right.
To the Most High, but like with her, now she denounced Christianity, but she's like, I can't read it. It's just full of contradictions. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna let you say that because she was the one that said sanctified by speaking in tongues.
Right.
But now, because it's different, it has changed different.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
she can't even read the book.
What you say, she was on that sanctified by speaking in tongues? See, that's another doctrine, right? That don't sanctify you. See, and that's what a lot of us get on. We get caught up in the doctrines that we teach, and once we find out that, wait a minute, that ain't real, so we toss the whole Bible out. You see what I'm saying? We went through that with our sister. Our sister was in IUIC, right? Really, she kind of really introduced us to this. I have to say that our sister that was in IUIC really introduced us to this, right? But whatever happened within that camp, as far as the teachers and leaders, whatever, I guess their spirit finally came forth, and sis seen that, and just said, yo, just did away with everything. You see what I'm saying? When he telling us, nah, don't put the doctrine up here. Don't put me and Chris up here. Nah, because we can fall off. But the word is never going to fall off.
Truth stand by
Truth
itself.
stand. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say go home and read for yourself. Don't just take what we up here telling y'all.
Right.
Like I said, we could fall off tomorrow. Right? But don't let that discourage you. Because like you said, this truth outstands the test of time, man. That's what you got to put your faith in. The truth.
We seen what was the one brother named Drawback Jacob? Nice teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, and when I seen that he fell to the wayside, I was amazed.
Yeah.
But like, everybody better be on guard.
Yeah.
Cause this brother was sharp in the truth. What's the Yasharella? What's the brother name?
You do the pie, you do the water here.
He do the hydroponics now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that brother.
I learned a lot from that brother in the beginning. I don't know about all that, but I know what you're talking about because he said the hydroponics.
Yeah.
He do that now. Yeah.
Changed his name to St. Brooke Michael.
Yeah. I learned a lot from that bro in the beginning.
I did too.
Yeah. But that's a great example to
Right.
show you. If you don't keep this pure up here, he'll take
The
that,
Most High
man.
will take from any one of us.
Straight up,
Like,
man.
when we should always be humble and meek before the Most High.
For real.
Because, man, I will close y'all eyes and y'all ears. Y'all don't want to listen? I'm going to show you how you won't listen.
For real, man.
I God make you deaf, blind, and dumb.
Dumb.
So do that brother still believe in that?
Nah, he done came out and said, I don't even, like them brothers in St. Louis, basically, he on the same thing. He done came out and said, yo. So, but this is prophecy. Hallelujah. That lets you know what we reading is real. You know what I'm saying? That's why, hey, when I see certain things like that, I feel sorry for the brother. You know, because he got a chance to go to the lake. And we don't want to see nobody go to the lake. But I'm all praises, hallelujah, because I know now what I'm reading is real. Actual, factual. That's what that's what I tell these other brothers that's in these other religions and other spiritualities. Where's the prophecy of Horus? Where's his prophecy? What is the prophecy of the Book of the Dead? What is it prophesying? Right? What is the chakras prophesying? What are the prophecies of the chakras? What is the prophecy of Allah? What do we say? See, this book is full of prophecies, man, that he done said that's gonna come to pass, and then came to pass, and it's coming to pass. That's why this is actual factual. See what I'm saying? All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to Romans chapter 11. Romans chapter 11 and 8 through 10. Romans chapter 11, 8 through 10. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
According as it is written, Elohim hath given them the spirit of slumber.
See that? He has given them the spirit of slumber. Go ahead.
Eyes that they should not see,
Okay.
and ears that they should not hear, unto this day.
See? Even until this day. Go ahead.
And David said, let their table be made a snare,
Let their mind be made a snare.
and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them.
See that? Going by your own mind, own thoughts. Believing in the horoscopes. Instead of coming to this book and getting your understanding. He said, if y'all gonna do that, because you gotta remember, man, our people were on false worship. So he like, if y'all gonna continue to be on false worship, this is what I'm gonna do to y'all. I'm just gonna close up y'all understanding. If that's what y'all continue to want to be on. Go ahead, continue, bro.
Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always.
So you always gonna be oppressed. See that? If you don't decide to get into this, if you decide to go with the chakra boys or the Egyptology boys, you know, or Buddha, you know, you're gonna always be oppressed. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 59. Isaiah chapter 59. We're going to do 1 through 3, and then we're going to do 10 through 13. 59, 1 through 3. And 10 through 13. When you get it, hold on, I see people flip. Just a couple more Band-Aid scripts, then we're going to get into some encouragement. A couple, but we need to hear these. Mm-hmm. You know, we need to hear these to show what we doing and what we need not to be doing. You know, Isaiah 59, and we gonna do 1 through 3. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Behold, Yah's hand is not short,
Okay.
that it cannot save,
Okay.
neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear.
So he can save you and he can hear you. Go ahead.
But your iniquities have separated between you and your Elohim.
You see that? He can take care of you, but your iniquities have separated you from him. Remember earlier we read that carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. So that's what's separating you from him. That's what's separating us. Go ahead.
And your sins have hid his face from you, that he cannot hear.
There you go.
For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies, your tongue have muttered perverseness.
See that? Again, anytime we talking about shalom this, shalom that, and up here you got something else on your mind, other than what you saying, you lying. Skip down to verse 10, and we're going to do 10 through 13.
We still at 59.
Yeah, we still at 59. Yep.
We grope for the wall like the blind.
See that? That wall of perdition has been put up between us and the Father. We looking for that wall. We looking for Christ. Right? That's what's going to bring us back to the Father. But we groping for it. Go ahead.
And we grope as if we had no eyes.
Uh-huh.
We stumble at noonday as in the night.
Uh-huh.
We are in desolate places as dead men.
See that? Unless you clean your heart up, we dead men walking around here, man. Go ahead.
We roar all like bears.
Ain't that us? We talk a good game. Go ahead.
And mourn sore like doves.
Doves cry. See that? Go ahead.
We look for judgment,
Uh-huh.
but there is none.
Uh-huh.
For salvation, but is far off from
See that?
us.
Because we have separated ourselves from the Most High with our iniquities in our heart. Go ahead.
For our transgressions are multiplied before thee.
Because not only what you doing, you thinking wickedly. Your thoughts are wicked. So your thoughts are wicked and your actions are wicked. Your speech is wicked. See that? See how it's doubling up now? Go ahead.
And our sins testify against us.
See that?
For our transgressions are with us. And as for our iniquities, we know them.
Okay.
And transgressing and lying against Yah and departing away from our Elohim, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood.
See that? See how we can't reiterate more, man. That he dealing with our hearts and minds, man. He dealing with that inner cup. He can really care less about what you're doing on the outward if your inner cup ain't in line, right? Let's keep it moving. Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4. And we're going to do 17 through 23. Ephesians chapter 4. This is I didn't put a star by it, but this is a good one. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 17 through 23. And when you get it, hold on. Right after Galatians, bro. Alright, when you get it. Ephesians chapter 4, 17 through 23. Go ahead, bro.
This I say therefore, and testify in the Master,
Okay.
that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
See that? In the vanity of their mind, the vanity of your own thoughts. Let's not walk like the other Gentiles. Go ahead.
Having the understanding darkened,
Okay.
being alienated from life of Elohim through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart.
See that? Because the blindness of our heart. Because we thinking this book got contradictions. Like the other Gentiles. And I know a lot of us, before we even came in here, we was on, I know I was, that this is the white man's book. You see what I'm saying? I had to ask God to forgive me for that, so He can open up my mind and understanding to this book. Because I went into it with that, He would have kept it closed. You see that? Don't be like other Gentiles with the vanity of their own minds. See that? Go ahead.
Who being past feelings have given themselves over unto lasciviousness,
Filthiness.
to work all uncleanness with greediness.
See that?
But ye have not so learned Messiah.
Because that's not what it's about. Right? Go ahead.
If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yeshua,
Okay.
that ye put off concerning the former conversations, the old man,
The old
which is
lifestyle.
corrupt,
The old lifestyle, which is corrupt. Go ahead.
according to the deceitful lust.
Okay, what must we do, brother?
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
See that? Be renewed, a new thought process, right, of your heart. Right? That's what we need to do. Put a new thought process in our heart. See what I'm saying? We can't go by that old man. If we kill the old man, then the way the old man think gotta be dead too. We can't kill the old man, but keep the old man's thought process. See that?
Can't be gang banging, then come into the awakening and gang bang again.
Nah. And that's exactly what's going on with these camps. They gang, man. I just watched the video, the IUSP UK, and pulled up on IUIC talking about this is our block. Huh? You got to put off that old man. You can't have that same thought process that this is my block. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's not gonna get you into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
I thought they was gangbanging.
Me too. When I said like, man, these brothers is
They
crazy.
ain't even there. They don't even.
Man,
That's our block.
let's keep it moving though. Ephesians chapter 5. And we gonna do 6 through 16. Ephesians chapter 5, 6 through 16, moving right along. We got to kill that old man. And when we kill that old man, we got to kill that old thought process too. We can't be thinking the same way. All right. Ephesians chapter 5, 6 through 16. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Let no man deceive you with vain words.
Okay.
For because of these things cometh the wrath of Elohim upon the children of disobedience.
Okay.
Be not ye therefore partakers with them.
Don't fool with them. Don't eat at the same table as them. Don't have the same diet, my brothers, as them. Go ahead.
For ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in Yah. Walk as children of light.
See that?
For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth. Providing what is acceptable unto Yah. Proving
right.
what is acceptable unto
See,
Yah.
this word is going to prove what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Right? Go ahead.
And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove
See
them.
that? See, when you got this light in your illuminator, right, and your faculty of knowing, your third eye, is filled with this law, you're going to be able to reprove the works of darkness because you're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to see what's dark and what's light. Go ahead.
For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by
See
the
that?
light.
All things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. Remember that old saying was coming up, everything in the darkness must come to light. That's where they got it from. Right? Because this light is going to bring out all darkness. Go ahead.
For whatsoever doeth make manifest is light.
There you go.
Wherefore he said, awaken thou that sleepest and arise from the dead.
Okay.
And Messiah shall give thee light.
There you go.
Seeing then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
See that? These days are evil, so it's even more important for you to have light in your illuminator, right? And the pure light. You can read in the scriptures where it called this light the pure light, right? And not that light of darkness. Because remember, we can be enlightened with darkness. Right, because these times are evil, man. The man of sin is on his way. The abomination of desolation is on his way. Right? So it's important, man, that we keep our minds clean so that we can get this light in there. Right? So we can understand what's going on. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Romans chapter 12. Romans chapter 12. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Now we're going to get some encouragement.
You're gonna break us down and build us up.
That's what he's saying. that's book. That's book. Romans chapter 12. And we're going to do just one. Chapter verse 2. Romans 12, verse 2. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
And be not conformed to this world,
Okay.
but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind,
There you go.
that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Elohim.
Ain't that what we just read? But in order for you to do that, you got to what? Renew your mind. Right? We got to take out everything. I tell all my brothers, man, that I talk about this word with, and they ask me about the Bible. D-Rose, what's the Bible? I tell them this, man. If you really want to understand the Bible, the first thing you got to do is forget everything that you've been taught about the Bible. Be not conformed to this world. Everything that we've been taught about our God in these scriptures is false. We just read the precept of him has been taught by men. See that? So what we've been taught, we got to unlearn that. Be not conformed of this world, man. You see what I'm saying? And relearn. Ask him to reteach you. Ask him to send his spirit, his ruach to reteach you. Right? Let's keep moving. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Almost there, y'all. Almost there. Matthew 5, verse 8. Oh, praise. Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. I should have put a star by this one. This is important, y'all. This Matthew 5:8. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Elohim.
Not Christ, the Father. The pure in heart is going to see New Jerusalem come down and the Father walk out that temple. The pure in heart. And that's the end game, folks. The end game is not to see Christ's kingdom. Although, I pray that I get to see it because, for 1,000 years, Israel is going to be the number one nation. All other nations are going to have to come to Israel for their marching orders. If you need a license of any kind, you're going to have to come to Israel. You see what I'm saying? Before you kill any animal, you're going to have to come to Israel in Christ's kingdom for 1,000 years. So, yeah, I would love to see that because all my life I've been living as a slave. So, yeah, I would love to see, be on top for once in the kingdom, right? So, yeah, that's a goal too. But the end game, the ultimate goal is to go through spiritual court and get your body and go into the kingdom of Yah. When I saw New Jerusalem come down from heaven and the tabernacle of God, it dwells with men. That's the ultimate goal, to see God, to see the Father. And he said only the pure in heart is going to be able to do that. Only those that has been able to cast down those envious thoughts, those strife thoughts, those lustful thoughts, unrighteous lustful thoughts, I should say. You see what I'm saying? The pure in heart. Let's go. Let's go to John 9:14. John 14. And time is running out, man. Time is running out. So it's imperative we do this. We start practicing this now. ASAP. John chapter 14. You start at verse 10 and go to 13.
Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me?
Okay.
The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the work.
Now see, ain't that what he told us? The spirit that raised Christ should dwell in you. That's what the Messiah is telling us. That spirit that's going to raise him, that's what was dwelling in him. That was allowing him to do the works. Because although he is God, but as when he was walking around in this meat suit, he was just like us. Right? So he had to call upon that spirit for him to be able to do them works. That's what he's telling us. We have to have the Father's thought process in us. Go ahead.
Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake.
Okay.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
See that? So if you believe on me and believe the works that I do, you going to do even greater works, because I'm about to go to my Father. Right? So he's still going to need somebody down here glorifying him. Right? So y'all going to be doing even greater works if y'all believe. Right? And ain't that what society tells us? If you first believe, you will achieve. Ain't that what society say? Where do you think they got it from? There you go. If we believe on him, it's nothing that we can't do. You first got to believe, not stop eating pork. Nah. Because he don't care if you stop eating pork or not. If you don't believe on him, you going to the lake. See what I'm saying? Right. That's first. Faith is first. You feel me? Once you believe, now you're justified to keep the law. You can't just start keeping law. Nah. Why? Because we don't have a high priest to take away them sins right here on this earth.
We want to do it.
That's how it works. Right. That's how it works. But you believe in him to wash them sins. Because see, when we was under Aaron, right, we had what is called a Day of Atonement, right? And he will go into the holies of holies and make that atonement for us so that our past sins will be forgiven. Well, we don't have that no more, right? So in order for our sins to be forgiven, you got to believe and become baptized. That's how your sins get forgiven. And once your sins are forgiven, now you can keep the law. You see what I'm saying? To stay righteous. Right? You're righteous once you believe, but in order for you to stay righteous, you got to keep Torah now. That's what spirit and in truth means. That's what the truth means. Right? So let's go. Go ahead, continue, bro.
And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son.
See that? So you can tell your auntie, if you're lacking understanding and you call on him with a pure heart and pure mind, if this is what you really want, and he gonna bless you with that. Ask him for forgiveness. Forgive me, Lord, I was wrong saying this, it's corrupt. Because like I said, that was me. I was wrong saying that this is the white man's book. Bump Jesus, man, it's the white. I used to say that, but I said, forgive me, Lord. I was wrong. Right? That's what we got to do. And he'll open up your understanding. Right? What was that? John? Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 82. Two more after this. Psalms 82. Psalms 82. And we're going to do verse 1. And we're going to skip. Psalm 82, verse 1. To let you know who you really are. Right? The Psalms right here. Psalms 82 and 1, when you get it, go ahead.
Elohim standeth in the congregation of the mighty.
Okay.
He judgeth among the mighty ones.
See that? He judges among the gods. Right? In the garden. When he passed judgment down, he said he was judging amongst the gods. See that? Go ahead, skip down to 6 and read 6 through 8.
I have said, ye are mighty ones.
Okay.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
Okay. But what?
But ye shall die like men.
Okay.
And fall like one of the princes.
Okay. Why are we dying like men? Because we sinned. We transgressed his word. So a judgment has to be handed down for that. Remember, he said he judges amongst the gods. Not once has he called the angels God. Only one angel has been called God. Satan, the God of this world. Right? So who are the other gods? We're going to look into that. Go ahead.
Arise, O Elohim.
Right.
Judge the earth.
Okay.
For thou shalt inherit all nations.
All right. So who was he talking to? Right? Who's going to inherit all nations and who's going to judge the earth? See, that's why it's important that we start practicing now. Right? Cleaning up our soul and mind now. Not being partial now. Right? Because the meek shall inherit the earth, correct? Mm-hmm. Right? We are to inherit the nations. We are to judge the earth, the meek. We are them guys that he's speaking about. So it's imperative that we clean up now. Because if not, you're not going to be able to witness this. He's not going to give you that crown. See what I'm saying? And just in case you're wondering, let's go look at this. Let's go to John 10. Let's go to John 10. Just in case you're wondering. Because I know that was me for a minute. Man, we ain't gods. We ain't gods. Nah, you're not gods in the sense right now. Nah. You're in training to become that. So nah, we shouldn't be walking around puffed up like we a god now. Nah. But you in training. You're supposed to be anyway. Let's go to John chapter 10. We're going to show you who that was talking. Right then and there. In that psalm. Because we know David wrote the Psalms. But we know he was also under the spirit of the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? Right in that. Right? Let's go. Let's go to John 10. We're going to do 34 through 35. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Yeshua answered them, is it not written in your law? I said, ye are mighty ones.
Ain't that what we just read? That's why, is it not written in Psalms that I said? He said that I said, you are mighty ones. Right? Go ahead.
If he called them mighty ones, unto whom the word of Yah came,
Okay.
and the scripture cannot be broken.
See that? He said, if he called them gods unto whom the word of Yah came, who did the word of Yah come to? Who was at the foot of Mount Sinai getting the word of God? Was it the Japanese man? Was it the Mexican man?
Israelite.
There you go. So if he said you are gods who the word of God came to, then the word of God cannot come back broken. So we are, in fact, gods. Right?
Right.
With the little g. Remember that. With the little g. That's why he's stressing on cleaning up your mind, man. Cleaning up your heart. Because we're going to have to judge things, man. We're going to judge the angels in the end. That's what he's getting us prepared for, to judge the angels. Because think about it. When we all spiritual beings, right? Who are we going to judge as far as the law? The angels, right? And there's going to be other spiritual beings that is not of Israel, right? That's going to be considered gods that we're going to have to judge. Because everybody's not going to be Israel, even when you get your spiritual body. Right? Everybody's not going to, we're going to be on top. In Christ's kingdom and in the Father's kingdom. When everybody's spiritual. It's the law still going to go forth from Israel. You see what I'm saying? We are still going to be his people. Right? So we're going to be judging the rest of the gods. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get it right now. See that? All right, let's go to the last one. Colossians. It's going to tie it all in. Colossians chapter 3, and we're going to do one verse. Colossians chapter 3. But you know what? Start at... Start at 3. Start at verse 3. And we're going to read into 10. All right. This is the last scripture, y'all. Light of the body is the eye, the pineal gland. We have Colossians chapter 10, and we're going to read verses 3.
Chapter 3.
I'm sorry. Chapter 3. I'm sorry, y'all. Chapter 3. And we're going to read verses 3 through 10. Excuse me. When you get it, excuse me, go ahead, bro.
For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Messiah in Yah.
Okay.
When Messiah, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory.
See that? That's telling you when he come back, if your mind is pure and you've been living like you're supposed to be living, your body gonna change in the blink of an eye and you're gonna go with him. And you're gonna become part of his army. And you're gonna help him rule and reign in his kingdom to come. That's what he's telling you. Go ahead.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
There you go.
Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate, affection, evil,
Concupiscence.
and covetousness, which is idolatry.
See that? That's why he's telling you, man. Clean all that up. Because when I come back, if you clean, I'm going to give you your body. You're not gonna have to go through the second death or second resurrection. You're not gonna have to go through spiritual court, right? Go ahead.
For which things sake the wrath of Elohim cometh on the children of disobedience.
On the children of disobedience. Go ahead.
In the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them.
Okay.
But now ye also put off all these.
I put off all these. And this first one I really had, that's talking to me. This first one, I had to put it off. Go ahead, my wife will tell you. Go ahead.
Anger, wrath,
Okay,
malice,
okay,
blasphemy,
okay,
filthy communication out of your mouth.
okay,
Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds,
okay.
and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him
See
that
that?
created him.
See that? That's the goal. That's the key. Putting off the old man and then putting on the image of him that created you. See that? That's righteousness. Spiritual. This is true spirituality. Not spirituality of the world. This is true spirituality right here. Right? So that's the lesson, man. Part 2 of the inward cup versus the outer man. And part 2 is the light of the body. The light of the body is the eye, the pineal gland. Part 3 is going to be the eyes of the Lord are everywhere, even your mind. That's going to be part 3. So I hope people got edification out of this, man. All praise to the Most High God.
Hallelujah.
And Most High willing, all praises. Most High willing, we'll be here next week. And I don't think I'm going to do part 3. I think Mike's teaching next week. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out this week, though. Or if you got a lesson that you can come in.
We need to go and finish this thing out.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Lord, so Lord willing, by request of the congregation, we'll do part 3 next week. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, even in your mind. Right? So again, hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Shabbat. All praise to the Most High God.
Praise.